I lied to a cop to avoid a ticket and ended up at a party pretending to be someone else. Last Saturday I was driving with two friends on our way to a concert and I made the classic mistake of trusting the one who says we're almost there. I ended up going 90 in a 60 zone and within seconds the blue lights appeared behind me. I felt that pit in my stomach when you know it's over, that there's no way out. The officer walked up, asked for my documents and told me straight up that this was reckless driving, heavy fine, points on my license and possible vehicle retention. While she was talking, one of my friends kicked my seat and whispered that I should make something up or we'd be walking home. And in that second of panic I blurted out the worst lie possible. I told her I was heading to my sister's quinceañera, that I was her only brother and couldn't be late because I had to give a speech. The problem is I don't have a sister. The officer looked at me, looked at my friends who started nodding like desperate actors, and asked me where it was. I said the first place that came to mind, a venue I had driven past earlier, and then came the worst part. She told me to follow her, that she would escort us there. We drove behind the patrol car in complete silence until we arrived at a venue full of pink decorations, loud music and people walking in. There was a real party, a real quinceañera. We parked and one of my friends ran inside without saying a word. I stayed with the officer feeling the sweat dripping down my back. A few minutes later he came back with a man in a suit who walked up to me, shook my hand and said out loud that everyone had been waiting for me, that my sister wouldn't stop asking about me. Then in a low voice he told me they had explained everything and that his daughter was fascinated by the whole story, and that if I didn't go in and give the speech I would truly disappoint her. At that point there was no way out. I walked in and suddenly there were over 200 people looking at me like I actually belonged there. A girl in a huge dress came running, hugged me and told me her name. She told me who I was supposed to be and what I needed to do. The whole family was in on the lie like it was a rehearsed script. The music stopped. The DJ announced that the brother had arrived and the room exploded in applause. The officer was standing at the door watching everything, even smiling, and right then they called me up to give the speech. 200 people in silence, me holding a glass with no idea what to say. The girl looked at me like giving me permission and I just improvised. I said I was always late but there was nowhere else I'd rather be than watching who she was becoming. And somehow it worked. People started clapping. Some were crying. The girl hugged me tight. The mother was crying. The father was crying. My friends couldn't believe what was happening. When it was all over the officer came up to me and said it was beautiful. She pulled out her ticket book and for a second I thought she was going to ruin everything anyway. But she tore up the ticket and just gave me a warning saying next time I should leave earlier. We left with free food, a video that still haunts me and an invitation to come back. And to this day I don't know if I got away with it because of the lie or because I ended up being the best fake brother of the night.